In this video, we'll be talking about order blocks. Order block is a significant area where a cluster of buy or sell orders have been placed. These areas often represent areas of high liquidity and can influence price movement. So why does it matter? Well, order blocks can affect the market in several ways. For example, like I said, price movement. Due to the large size of orders around the order block can influence market price. When a big block or big chunk of buy orders is executed, it can push the price upwards. Likewise, when a big chunk of sell orders is executed, it can push the price downwards. Next, we have liquidity. So order blocks can change how liquid a market is because there are often big enough orders to absorb all the available liquidity. This can result in an imbalance between supply and demand, causing price volatility. And then we have market sentiment. Order blocks may signal that there is a large player in the market driving the price up or down. And then retail traders will jump in and follow the trend. And lastly, we have support and resistance. Basically, order blocks can be seen as special support resistance levels, causing price to bounce off or react upon. And I'll give you an example of that. So identifying order blocks, there are different types of order blocks, and the one that's easiest to spot is when there is a opposite direction of price making a rapid price movement and causing imbalance that causes a change of character. So if I go to my chart right now, I can show you an example of a recent price action. Now, right here, we have this chart here. If we draw our order blocks, you can see the price going down in a downtrend, and then there's a reaction here that pushed the price up. So whenever there's a big push in price, big players is in the market, and we can see that there's a lot of liquidity in this area, and we can map this out. And when it dries up, you can see it went back to test this area and push the price up. So this will be one of our order blocks. And we also can see this is also one of our order blocks here. And you can see the reaction went down, went up, went down. Now, you can kind of see the targets that the price is going, right? So right now we have this order block. It shoots up, and then it went back down. And where's the price going to go? Most likely going to target the imbalance in the order block over here before it goes up to pick up liquidity if it's going down, right? Price never goes straight down. It always kind of zigzags. So this is kind of a target that we want to keep our eye on. If we were to put a sell order over here, we want to monitor it and then look at these vantage points over here to take profit, because anytime when it hits these support resistance levels, it can bounce off and go higher. So you want to take profit as you're going down. All right, so if we head over and look at other order blocks over here, we can see the reaction. So we can see there's an order block over here, and then we can see price went down, and then it went here, right? It hits this order block. Now when it hit this order block, it can break or it can bounce off and go down again. This is why it's so important to look at this area. And if you actually look at this order block, it's kind of looking like it's a resistance turned support, right? When it hits, it kind of bounces off, and then it breaks, retest, and then there's a fake out to go higher. So you can spot order blocks all across the chart. So let's see what happens here. This is a perfect one. So there's an order block that creates over here, and then look at what price did. Price went down, went back to our order block, and then there's a massive drop, right? So there's a lot of liquidity in this area that the price tapped into to push the price downwards again. All right, so it's very important to understand order blocks. Order block is a smart money concept. So that's why we put it into the advanced side of the course, but it's also very similar to support resistance as well. Now go ahead, look at your chart, spot these order blocks, and monitor price when order block is created. What is the reaction when price goes back to it? You can see that there's usually a big reaction whenever an order block is being touched. So that's good to understand, because in the future when you spot these order blocks, you will know what to do, right? So for example, you might wait until price goes to an order block to put a sell order over here, and at this area when it starts bouncing off, you want to monitor, is it going to break this area or is it going to bounce and go higher, right? So if it goes down, creates a break of structure, change of character over here, which we'll talk about in future videos, you can then put a buy order over here and then go back up. So that is how you spot order blocks, and I'll see you in the next one.